Okay, so Square Enix's went through, and I'm just gonna go through what I thought of those ones. And this one I took notes this time, so things are all actually in order for once. All right. Anyway, first of all, Final Fantasy VII. Oh my God, that thing was freaking amazing. The story, well, obviously everyone knows the story. At least most people do. If you don't, you can kind of Google it pretty fast. It doesn't take long. But the fucking, the gameplay looks amazing. Like, the shooting, and then you hit the thing, and then suddenly you're hitting people, and it's attacking with melees, and the gameplay looks awesome. Like, it's like a more tactical kind of Kingdom Hearts type thing, is the way I describe it, really. It looks amazing. Life is Strange 2, alright, Final Fantasy VII is a must-buy. Life is Strange 2, probably really good. I've heard lots of things about Life is Strange that were good, and I'll be honest, I just don't really care. I'm not a huge fan of the series in general. I'm just kind of like, meh, whatever. I'll probably watch somebody else play it because it looks like a decent story, but it's also not a story I care about enough to actually play through. Crystal Chronicles for phone. This one it's like a mixed bag. Like, if it's you buy it and then you play Crystal Chronicles without paying any microtransactions, I say yes, go for it. That sounds awesome. That would be a definite, like a must-buy, kind of like they have a couple other phone games by Square Enix that you buy and you don't have any microtransactions, and those are really good. And they also have phone games with microtransactions that are free, which are shitty. So, whichever one you want to do, hopefully it's just you buy it. Let me see. Then there's Octopath Traveler for PC. That thing's been out for weeks. It's Octopath Traveler, obviously. If you don't have it on the Switch, you should probably get it somewhere else. It's a pretty damn good game. The Last Remnant. Okay, that's gonna be a 4-star from me. It looks turn-based. My little brother seems actually pretty interested in it. I didn't think he would be, but he is. So, and it's kind of war game looking thing. Looks cool. Looks really cool. Like, my God, that was a really. I'm pretty sure that was all CGI and shit, or maybe even cinematics from the game, but really good graphics there. Dragon Quest Builders 2. 4.5 for me because I didn't really like Dragon Quest Builders, the first one. But if you liked that game, then yeah, that's probably a must-buy. The game looks really cool. It has multiplayer. It has lots of outfits and characters and voxel building shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but I can see why somebody would be. For me, I'd rather just play Portal Knights if I'm gonna play a kind of a voxel-based adventure game. You know. It's mainly to do with the system of building, because you have to press a button to go up and down. As far as level when you're building on that one, I don't like the building system really for Dragon Quest Builders, at least the first one. Maybe this will have a slightly different one, in which case, yeah, maybe, but for now, no. Let me see. Then we have Dragon Quest 11. Yeah, no. For a while, I was really obsessed with this game. I really wanted to play it, but I didn't want to play it on PlayStation or PC or anything. I wanted it on my Switch. Now I'm like, you know what? It's been so long, I don't really care as much. But if I ever have an extra $60 and it's a dry month for me or something, I might grab it then. So, yeah, it definitely looks like a good game if you don't already have it. Yeah, and you really want it, go for it. Circuit Superstars. It's indie. It looks like an indie racer. It didn't really show any gameplay or anything. It was just kind of top. I guess they showed some of it, sort of top down, but it was over the shoulder of somebody else playing it. So I wasn't really sure if that was and it looked almost like almost a screen cap with how very short the interval of it was. So, meh, whatever. Battalion 1944. That one actually I really like the idea of, and I saw it and I'm like, whoa, that's really cool. The idea of like having all these extra features for competitive stuff, and lots of ways to kind of compare yourself with others. A fast-paced shooter rather than a tactical shooter, which tactical shooters have been pretty much more popular lately. And I really want and I really do prefer a fast-paced kind of kill everything shooter, you know. So, that said, I've heard some bad things, like about the devs being cheats and shit. So, I'm not really sure about that. But the game itself does sound pretty good. Square Enix music, yeah, that just seemed boring. That happened at one point. I'm not sure why the hell that happened. Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, yeah, I'm buying that. There's nothing else I can do but buy that. War of Visions and no, I'm going in order here. Final Fantasy new expansion. Yeah. I know a lot of people have been really wanting one of the classes mentioned there, from what I understand. So, and I imagine they're pretty happy for that. I haven't really played the game, but I've heard lots of good things about it. So, yeah, go for it. It sounds good. Sounds like a good thing for you. I don't really care. Dying Light 2 looks good. I might be wrong, but I think they actually did part of that in the Xbox show, didn't they? Yep, Dying Light. Yeah, Dying Light 2. That one's one of the ones I was like, yeah, that's one I'm definitely getting. So, yeah, I was wondering if it was the same game, but yeah, I'm definitely buying it. Well, I'll wait 2 weeks after it comes out to make sure, but it looks really good. That storyline thing that they showed off in the Xbox show was really good. Yeah, sounds good. Then said Romancing Shouja and Scarlet Grace Chronicles. These were two like 2D type games, and I just don't know much about them, so I can't really say whether or not I care. War of Visions and Brave Exodus. Apparently 2 different games. I couldn't really tell the way they were advertised. It was like they said they were 2 different games, and I kind of advertised it as one, so couldn't really tell. It's a war game, and I'm not really too big into those, so meh. Outriders, no gameplay or story, really nice cinematic, and the guy developer talking about it seemed fairly much trying to convince you that it was a really good product while not showing you any gameplay or screenshots, or, well, I guess there were screenshots, but then there's cinematics, and yeah, without showing. It was telling without showing, and I'm like, man, could be good. I like the idea. Your graphics are pretty neat. At least, but meh, I don't know. Onikari. Yeah, that one, I wrote keep my eye on it, but I don't really remember what the fuck it was, so I'm gonna Google it really quick. Oh, yeah, oh, shit, that's the one with the freaking, the guy with the souls, and it's like, it was the freaking, the guy that was like, this is the tale of one soul, and they're all, like, protecting souls or some shit, and they're killing monsters, and then there's somehow supposed to, like, save people's souls that are going between the living realm and the dead, and I don't really know how to describe it, but it looked really cool, and they showed gameplay of like a top-down perspective, or like an ARPG style perspective, and they were shooting sides, and it looked very Diablo-esque, except with more anime kind of a style to it. I liked the way it looked. It looked pretty fast-paced. Yeah, that was cool. Final Fantasy VIII, yeah, it's This is more like the Final Fantasy VII remaster that they put on the Switch than a full remaster like they're doing for Final Fantasy VII that's coming out on the PlayStation later. So, meh. You like it, you don't. If you like that old games, you'll probably like it on the Switch. Avengers game, yeah, that one they said a lot and told me nothing. I got the story sounds pretty interesting, but they've given me no gameplay, and frankly, it was already Avengers, so you already kind of knew what the story was gonna be like just by existing, really. That's kind of the whole thing with being in just this era where everybody knows superhero movies. Anyway, that's everything that they showed off. It was good, but meh. Let me see. The highlights was definitely Final Fantasy VII and the Onigori thing. That was actually really cool. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. And the Kingdom Hearts expansion. So actually, there were a lot of really good things on here. So it was a really good show. A lot of cool things that I kind of want to see. Yeah. Have a good day.